Hey there, DCC members. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Around the Club, answering your questions about policies, procedures, standards, and even safety around the club so you can better enjoy DCC. Today's topic is tipping. Do I tip? Do I not tip? It's been a hot topic for many years. We're going to try to answer that today. But instead of giving the answer from my side, we thought it'd be better to give you a member's perspective, but also a board member's perspective. So joining me today is DCC President Tim Pubbin. So what's the answer to the question? Do you tip or do you not tip?
I think that answer is very simple. It's we tip. There's been certainly a lot of conversation around sort of exactly how we do it, but suffice to say, if you want to attract and retain a great service staff, an important part of how we recognize their effort is through gratuity.
Absolutely, and we've talked about before that we do compensate our service staff at a much higher hourly wage than out there in the public world, but that's not to mean that's in lieu of a tip. Simply that means out there they make $2.83 an hour at the public restaurants, and here they make a much higher hourly wage, so when they have one table, 0 tables, they go home with something meaningful in their paycheck and not just $0.
Yeah, and I think most common question I get is around the food and beverage team. And when you think about the experience you have at Doylestown Country Club, I think it's easy to just sort of think about it through that same lens, right? And when you get great service, recognize the team. And what I would suggest is that at minimum, you'd be considering a 10% tip. But if you get really great service, just like in a restaurant, you should be tipping at 20% or even more if you're so compelled to do so. And if you have a service experience that doesn't meet your standards, it's perfectly fine at your discretion to not provide any tip.
Absolutely, certainly up to your discretion, and that extends to golf support staff services, so getting your clubs cleaned or your shoes cleaned after your golf round. It's certainly up to your discretion, but it is encouraged, and typically the standard is around $5 per service you receive, but that again is up to your discretion. You can tip well beyond that if you prefer.
And Jordan, I agree completely, right? Recognizing the golf support staff is an important part of our culture. But another important thing for members to consider is the holiday fund. We have a number of staff members that operate behind the scenes, whether it's the greens team and all the work they do to maintain our golf course, or the back of the house food and beverage team in the kitchen. The holiday fund is a great way for us to provide some extra incentive for them as well. And the club has done a tremendous job taking care of those staff members at the end of the year. And my hope is that we'll continue to do that together with continued focus on how we take care of the service staff day to day.
We hope this has answered your question about the tipping question, and we appreciate all the gratuities and attention you do provide to staff members out there. We'll see you in the next episode.